Wow, I haven't watched one of his videos in a minute.
Offering a whirlwind to Happy Land, the largest slum in Manila. This is where the Pagpag creation finds its audience, suited to those with no buying power and many times cheaper than the real thing.
Ma'am, nice to meet you. Do you live here in Happy Land? And why do you think they call it that?
She doesn't know.
It seems like a bit of dark humor. I've seen images of this place before online. Coming here in person, the reality is when you walk through these streets, the vibe isn't really what you would expect. It's not as though there isn't a...
This kind of reminds me of so when I was 15, our youth group at church went to a trip to a part of Mexico. It was like a random outskirt village in Guadalajara or something, and it was very similar to this. Where like, I wouldn't say it's like third world because I don't consider Mexico to be a third world country, but like it definitely was. No, I'm not Mormon, but like it was like we went there to help like build houses and stuff. But yeah, so it was very similar to this. So like I understand like the area feel. But I definitely think this is like, definitely more poor than where I was.
The thing is like how people deal with it. People seem happy, they're playing games.
Oh, you're that denomination? No, bro, I was fucking Christian Baptist. It's just my fucking church just really loved doing outreach and I fucking hated it. But, you know, we were fucking Baptists.
Cheerful.
Exactly.
Meeting me here, Chewy, a young Filipino, documenting every food he can find on this vast archipelago. He's also my eating Sherpa when dining options seem daunting during this Luzon food tour.
To be clear, we are in a dump right now. It's garbage, it smells completely rancid in here. She is one of the many people here who sift through the garbage. Now, she takes a clean bag, she goes through the garbage bag and does what?
Damn.
Eto, pagpag. Tsaka itong mga
What is pag-pag?
Yung hindi niya kukuha dito lang mga ganito eh. Pero pag eto, yan, kalakal, oo.
Every morning, bags filled with the decomposing remains of last night's fast food feast are collected and brought here to be sorted.
Do you ever see food
Leftovers,
that you don't
okay.
keep? Is there ever food in such bad condition that you just keep it in the trash?
Hindi. Kasi merong minsan dito.
The condition of the pagpag can range from mostly intact food to partially consumed or damaged, but it's all exposed to the relentless heat of Manila's sun.
Oh my god, bro, this reminds me of fucking...
Assurance. Well, that's up to the...
This reminds me of, China would basically have this habit of, gutter oil. They would, so cooking oil would be expensive, so they would specifically go to the gutters and, like, take the oil out of the gutters, the sewage, and use them to cook. In the poorer parts of China.
Person sorting it.
She said that by her eyes, she knows if the food is already spoiled or not because sometimes it's like more on the wet side.
Oh,
so they
God.
throw it away
Right.
and they will just keep the fresh food or the pagpag that's also edible.
I'm about to like, I was getting
only way that
hungry
you
for
make
lunch,
money?
but I'm about to lose my appetite.
Abandon all conceptions of comfort, convenience, and what's considered essential.
Damn.
Here, beneath the poverty line, the rules are rewritten. Flimsy walls and a makeshift roof create a shelter that can fit a dozen people. Privacy is a luxury. Whether it's food, fashion, or pictures, everything new...
Yo, everybody got watches, though.
Recycled or discarded.
My people.
From here, the
Yo,
salvaged
bro
food
is
is typically
ripped.
sold to nearby pagpag vendors for further processing. But not in Evelyn's case. Known locally as the Queen of Pagpag, Evelyn takes on the entire process herself, adding her unique touch, turning this survival food into a local favorite.
I'm told you are the person to go to if I want to try pagpag. Is that right? We already met
Do people not get sick from this? Is there like a way to like...
one woman who makes a living collecting the pagpag from the actual garbage dump. Here, it looks like you're having bags delivered right to your stall. How does that work? Who is bringing this to you?
Dinidiribe.
So there's a distributor. So she distributes
do?
different fast food like that.
And so why not just have somebody sort it for you? Why do you sort it yourself?
Kasi para okay lahat.
For quality checking.
QA. You know, this is such a unique type of food. I'm curious, how did your journey begin with pagpag? How did you get started with all this?
Jesus Christ. Hey, Faisha, they were the 14 months and Seraph with the 2 years. Alpha deals with the 31 earlier as well.
Before selling pagpag, she's selling like common food, Filipino food. She has a small eatery.
So like a carinderia?
Exactly.
So why'd you go from carinderia to Pagpag?
Mas mas mabilis maubos.
It's more sellable to her community
Mura lang.
because it's very cheap.
Kasi masarap daw eh.
Basically, she said,
Many Filipinos
because
don't
it's
even know about
delicious.
this? There's
It's
no
yummy.
way.
Yummy? Yummy.
All right, soon I'll be trying your fried Pagpag. But my big
How do you
question
not
is,
know about
what are
this in
you
your own
doing to
country?
transform this food? Something that was destined for the landfill.
Unang-una, ginalinisan
The first process, she wash it 2 times with water. And then just rinse it like that. She wash it thoroughly. After that, she will boil it. That's like the 3rd process of cleaning or washing. So maybe all of the bacteria will be gone like that.
Despite the assumption
Yeah, I
that
don't
rinsing with
think-
water removes harmful bacteria,
Yeah, I don't think it
the
does
lingering
that.
risk still remains.
When I think Pagpag, I just think refried chicken. But how many different types of Pagpag are there?
So besides fried chicken, she has other 2 dishes. It's called adobo pagpag and mechadong pagpag.
Which is the most popular?
fried.
Okay. I feel comfortable trying that.
Any of this
It's the
food
part
could
we
contain
ignore
dangerous
because it's so
bacteria
inhumane.
or
But why does this exist? Doesn't this exist because there's a problem with, like maybe just like the social aspect here? Like that they're not able to obtain like jobs or opportunities to, like it's just a poverty line. It's just way too stark.
or toxins, posing potential threats like food poisoning, diarrhea, typhoid, hepatitis.
Oh
and
my
more.
God.
In spite of that, folks here still opt for the Pagpag without hesitation. And soon, I'll be doing the same.
But first,
I'm heading to the bustling streets of Tondo, where another variety of recycled food is feeding locals. Unlike Pagpag, it's not spent any time in a trash can, but a lingering risk still remains.
I understand that it's being sold to them by hotels, but I wonder if there's any food safety standard in place.
I doubt if there are any standards.
Meeting me here, Tatum, a well-known figure in the Philippines with a long resume. He's a chef, writer, and culinary heritage advocate. And just like me, he's never tried Pagpag.
Yeah, I haven't tried that, and I'm quite scared, but I'm willing to try it.
So why scared?
So, do
know,
we have
it's
any
some-
Filipino fathers that have actually tried Pagpag? No? Damn. Well, then why are you telling me to try it, you motherfuckers? Huh? If you you guys live here and you guys haven't tried it, why are you telling me to try it? Fuck you guys.
Something that isn't usual, especially that you know that it's food from the garbage.
Yo, you guys
technically.
live here and you haven't
Generally
tried
meant
it.
for landfill or fertilizer, but it's so
For fun? So you want me to get typhoid, hepatitis? What do you mean?
People are eating the food knowing that it came from garbage.
Right, it's not a secret.
Yeah, there's no deception.
We are working up to the Pagpag. But before we try that, we're trying something else.
Yeah.
There is a food stall serving what I've been told is recycled meat.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried this?
This is Mono,
Manok.
spicy double-cooked meat, a creation from Loida's family, with a recipe enduring for almost 3
Yo.
decades.
It's actually
Yo, her eyes were darting back and forth a little too much. It makes me more sus about the meat.
Because the Filipino fobbits can try it whenever.
You guys
but
see
you're
that?
only here on a short trip,
From
so you
Lloyd's
need
Like,
to try it
bro,
if
she
you
hella
want the
sus.
opportunity. Really happy.
Why is she looking around like that?
Enduring for almost 3 decades.
It's actually like restaurants, byproducts. For example, we have like big hotels boiling kilos of meat just to get the stock or whatever. So they're basically clean. It's just that it has less flavor. It doesn't taste anything anymore. And instead of just throwing it into the garbage, they kind of resell it to, people and making a business out of it. It's something that's also very entrepreneurial in a sense.
Ma'am, good day.
Good day.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm happy to be here. Translate.
She understands.
Oh, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. This stall started a long time ago. From the beginning, this meat
By the way,
was
Chad,
coming-
is English commonly taught in the Philippines as like a main language? I pick it with the 43 because I've noticed like almost everybody I've ran into like worker-wise, just like I'm at a hotel, so maybe, but like so a lot of people are very fluent in English here. Yes? Okay. Second language?
where?
Okay.
Hotel po. Siya po yung pinagkuluan
The
ng...
seller also inherited the business and now continues to supply her for the next generation.
Do you think it's legal for them to sell it in this way?
Ex-US
Are there any
colony?
health
Yeah, I
regulations
suppose
or
that could be a
standards
reason.
around hotels selling meat to individuals?
It might be
Meron
similar
po
to how a
silang
lot of people in Hong Kong do
certificate na
English
She
as
get the
well.
certificate from the
Those
manager
goddamn British.
to allow them to sell the leftovers, and she's also
Show
been
this
to
to
the
Dodie
hotel,
and
so she
tell
knows
him
it's
he should be
clean,
grateful
and
that
she
he
knows
eats
that the
better
quality
food
is
than
good,
you
so
and
she would
these
never
poor
sell something
people
that would be
XDD.
bad for her customers.
Of course. The question is, the meat has no flavor. How do you bring it back to life?
Yung pong karnina, wala na
So
po.
she just adds all the ingredients to make it delicious, and she cooks it with love.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by love,
The
she meant
secret
soy
ingredient.
sauce. Lots
Oh
of it, adding
my.
salt and color to the shredded meat. Then she marinates it with vinegar, onions, and chilies. It simmers until the meat absorbs all that flavor.
What animal did this come from?
It's a mix of beef and pork.
Yeah,
Now
low
it's
key,
time
that don't
to
look
cook it
bad
up.
though.
Garlic
A little
hits
bit of
the hot
rice
oil.
with that
Then
might
comes
like
onions,
looks actually pretty good.
Chilies and the meat. Mix it up, then force feed.
That
this
actually looks
protein
pretty
even
good.
more flavor.
Yeah.
Soup-based seasoning, salt, sugar, black pepper, and oyster sauce. Stir it until the meat gets crispy, caramelizing in the seasoning. Then plate, serve, and eat.
Ready?
Smells good. Cheers.
Shadow Bay, they were to
Spicy.
16.
They're really hot. Indeed, it's very
where?
crunchy and kind of caramelized, toasted. It tastes like soy sauce. It tastes very, very salty.
Yeah.
What is it that local folks like about this recipe?
Yung pong medyo, ano siya, maanghang.
So people like it for the spiciness, is when they come back for it.
Are the customers who come here aware of where the meat comes from?
Opo.
It's
In
the
general,
same as
are people
chicken
here trusting
pastil.
of the street food vendors when it comes to knowing where the meat came from.
Yeah,
knowing
if I
that it's
didn't
fresh,
know where
that
that
it's safe
came
to
from,
eat.
I eat the fuck out of that too. But low key, like, it's not
People
technically bad.
assume
It's not like the
clean
pack
because
chat.
She sees her
Because this is
working here, and they've
technically
been
it's
eating it
clean
for so
clean
long,
meat,
so
right?
There's no problem about that. And also, she feeds it to her family, so she knows that it's really good.
I think the fact that it comes from a hotel, but
Yeah.
she cooks the heck out of it and then hits it with a lot of salt, makes me think it's much more safe to eat. It makes it more palatable too. This would be very nice with a beer.
Yeah.
San Miguel, Red Horse.
Yeah.
He's falling
Now
for
that we've
it.
dipped our toes into the world of recycled food, it's time for the real deal.
Oh,
There's
shit.
no turning back from here.
He's gonna try Pog Pog.
We've come back to Happy Land just in time to witness the Pog Pog cooking process. So how does Evelyn transform trash into something palatable?
She's using unique ingredients.
Sprite?
The secret ingredient is a Sprite.
It starts with a selection of protein that varies each day. It could include sausages, patties, or untouched pieces of chicken. But most of the time, it's
Untouched?
partially eaten pieces of fried chicken like this. Now, half of the salvaged meat will be transformed into adobo, the beloved stew of the Philippines. A sizzling pan first receives a portion of garlic, awaiting the Pog Pog meat. Sugar, pineapple juice, soy sauce, vinegar, MSG, and Sprite join the mix.
MSG
All those
and
powerful flavors
Sprite.
simmering together. Then finally, an unexpected twist. Smashed crackers and milk powder.
We use Sprite in
giving new
cooking,
life
like
to
marinade
old
for meat and
ingredients.
stuff. That's not. I think a lot of other places do that
If the stew
too.
doesn't suit
I've
you,
seen Coke
there's
used a lot
always
in
the
cooking as
refried
well.
chicken. First, marinate in garlic, soy sauce, Sprite, then sugar, MSG, and pineapple juice.
Man, MSG
Now,
going in
heat the oil until they
everything.
recook all the way through.
Now I understand why people say this food is so dangerous. From the rancid garbage dump here to this kitchen, this food has undergone quite the transformation. I gotta say, in general, smells pretty good in here. I like it. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, I could see it's perfectly natural why this food is off-putting to so many people, but also why it's captured the imagination or the attention of so many people online from other countries. I think the most worrisome part is the fact that somebody may get sick from eating food that's old, that's just been sitting in a warm garbage bag for an unknown period of time. Now, the only thing giving me a little bit of security, considering the fact that I'm about to try this out, is that she boiled it good, but here she is frying the heck out of it. So hopefully any residual remaining organisms that could be alive in there will be fried to death. That's what we hoped. Do we know for sure?
Bluey.
No. What I've heard is that you've had a lot of streamers, YouTubers, people like me, frankly, who have come here and documented Pog Pog and Happy Land. Why do you think this food is so taboo? Why does this food get so much attention from people?
Kasi,
Yo, that rice looked good
Probably in
though.
the mainstream, it seems strange, but here, it's their favorite.
I don't know. There's a stigma online, right? There's a certain type of social media person whose goal is to go to downtrodden places, to go to slums and kind of filming people at their worst moments, but without looking deeper into the story behind the people. I think that's something called like poverty porn. And that's something people look down
And
on.
I think it's also about how you're treating the,
fuck?
storytelling.
That's a
for
thing?
me, the reason I wanted to
I don't know people
really
did that. The hell?
understand
It's kind of weird.
how this kind of preparation came to be, because it's like an evolution of food, you know, like if you go into like countryside, people forage for food, but in an urban setting, if you forage for, you won't find mushrooms and all that.
I
You
never heard of
probably
that
find
term before.
This
The
and
fuck?
how do people react knowing that they have to eat? So it's a very nice and very insightful discourse to understand how
I guess this is
in
people
the
who just
urban
like
setting
making
fend for
content around
themselves,
that
try
stuff,
to find
but-
ways to, you know, feed their families with what's available.
Beautiful. That being said,
Nas
time
Daly's
to
entire
transition.
content.
Let me give you a little background on the food. Right here, we have our main entree.
got that
So
React
fried
Andy
chicken, but
mic?
not just
Yeah,
the
it's
chicken.
because
I
the
see there's
hotel
there's
took
a
my
patty
microphone.
here from a burger that's been fried.
This mic is
Then
better
there's
than
some
mine,
hot
though,
dogs.
so,
I know, a
dub.
bizarre question, and maybe borderline inappropriate. Is there a brand that people prefer here?
Jollibee.
Oh my gosh, the pride this nation has in Jollibee, even here in this moment. Can you choose me a piece? People usually...
Chat. Serious question. To any American Filipinos as well, who have tried real Jollibees here and Jollibees in America. Is it actually different? Because I doubt it's different. But I will say, I've had McDonald's in America and McDonald's in Asia, and it's completely different. Oh, it's hella different? Oh, okay. Damn. All right, never mind. All right, I guess I have to try out Jollibees then. Everything except the chicken. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll try it then. All right, today's goal is to try Jollibees. NA is better but more expensive probably. Vastly different, especially in size. Do they give more here in the Philippines? Or less? That also depends on the location. Try Mang Inasal. Bro, you're like the second person to say that. What is that? Oh, it's a fast food chain. Oh, yo, this looks fucking delicious. Damn. I haven't seen this place though.
eat this with rice. I'm just gonna eat it plain. It looks like a thigh. Can I tell you something funny? My friend Andrew came here to shoot, and somebody accused him of not eating the real Pog Pog because he got a piece like this. Now, it is possible that from the trash, you get some big pieces that have a lot of protein, and that's what you see here. But then there's also some pieces like this that were certainly half eaten.
Yeah, that like someone just fucking went like, "Arr," and the fucker just threw it in the trash.
All right, I'm gonna just break off a piece of the meat. I'm smelling it. Look, I'm sorry if I look suspicious. It's new. All right, I'm gonna try it out.
I love the kid in the back just watching him.
Yeah,
For
you
me,
trying to
it's
figure it out?
Jollibee. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
McDonald's.
What do you think, McDonald's?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mine is Jollibee.
Now, let me tell you, she
Wait, that's actually funny. We're like, you don't, cause you don't know which meat and where it came from, so you're like, oh man, mine's from McDonald's, and it's like, oh, mine's Jollibee's. Oh, I got KFC, you know? It's like, gotcha.
fried the heck out of this.
Yeah.
She fried it for about 10 minutes, probably longer than the original frying. At this point, it's cooled down a little bit, so I can't really tell the difference between leftover cold Jollibee and this. It kind of just tastes like food that's been in your fridge for a couple of days.
Yeah. Or cooked by someone who doesn't really know how to cook, you know?
It is intensely over fried. Are you gonna have some more? Tell me something though. Do you feel apprehensive? Do you feel reluctant?
I'm kind of apprehensive, but it's all in the mind.
Oh
If you
yeah,
taste it,
this is the guy that was from the other area, right? That made the other food.
nothing wrong with it.
Look, the purpose of this video is not to try to advocate in saying
Yeah,
like, hey, this is a safe and healthy way of eating
Yeah.
this. But I guess the philosophy of the show since it began was, hey, if they eat it, I'll eat it too,
Yeah.
including this.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, well done. She's taking it.
Yeah.
I will say, I've been to a 7-Eleven
Face
here.
value,
Why don't they
this
take
story is
card?
about the
They only
Philippines'
accepted
most taboo
cash.
food, But as
tilted
we
me.
delve deeper, we uncover a story of resilience and resourcefulness. Evelyn and those who populate Happy Land endure acute adversity day after day, but they choose to walk
Damn.
light, wear a smile, and act on what's within their control.
Gcash? What's Gcash? Is that like a...
In Happy
What's
Land,
Gcash?
what are the biggest
How
challenges
do
that
I get
people
this
are
Gcash
facing here
thing?
in this
Is it like
neighborhood?
Apple Pay?
Mahirap maghanap ng
What's Gcash?
pera rito.
Difficult to make a living, so a lot of people are scavenging.
Digital wallet is
I don't know,
commonly
junk
used.
shops here.
Oh.
What's your
Gotcha
hope
cash?
for yourself personally and your family?
Pamilya ko, makakain lang kami pag...
Oh,
She's the breadwinner
okay.
in the
It's like...
family. She just wants all her kids
Okay,
to
it's like an
finish
Apple
school.
Pay type
Is
of
Pop Pop
thing.
gonna get your kids through school?
Oh, maybe I install this
Yeah?
while I'm here.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah,
There
this
is
might be
no
the
clear
play.
path from this place to anywhere else that resembles what the world would call success. But through years of selling this disgraced dish, Evelyn has managed to put her children through school. Perhaps the first step in a long and difficult journey.
Am I gonna
away
go to
from
Green Hills to
land
get fake
and
watches?
toward happiness.
Unfortunately, I don't like fake watches.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever
Damn.
Food.
Yo, that was crazy. I never knew it was like that.